And good Sunday morning. We are here for the third and final day of event number 5. I'm your host, Nick England. We got a lot of great volleyball action coming your way today with 3 more matches. We're going to get started off first here with the Southern Exposure and the Inland Empire Matadors. Up next after that, it's going to be the Utah Stingers taking on the Philadelphia Founders. And to wrap up our day, OC Stunners, Puerto Rico Pythons. However, this is the match that matters today. So if you're waking up nice and early here on this Sunday morning, you're going to get all of the action. Both of these teams currently vying for that 4th and final playoff bid in the American Conference. First spot already locked in by the Las Vegas Ramblers, followed up by San Diego Wild, and third, Utah Stingers. However, whichever team wins this match will, in fact, get the bid for that 4th spot, with one small caveat. Based on tiebreakers after match set record, which would be both of these teams a win for, Matadors, we'll put them at 3-7. A win for Exposure puts them at 4-6. So the Matadors would then, if they win this, go to tiebreaker. But in order for that to matter, they need to win in 3 or 4 sets to secure 3 points overall. A win in 5 will only get them 2, which would leave them below Southern Exposure and therefore out of playoff contention. So pressure's on the Matadors here early. They've got to win this in 3 or 4 sets. We'll see what they're able to accomplish. Taking a quick look at the starting lineups on the side of Southern Exposure. Zach Meyer off a stellar all-star debut performance last night. Opposite of him will be Tyler Hubbard-Neal. We got Sam Jackman on the right side. Of course, the all-star libero taking the helm, Matt Primrose. Colin Donisthorpe in the middle. And setter, no surprise there, it's going to be, getting everything situated here, that's Diego Villafane on the side of the Matadors. Christian Ventura taking the setter. That's a nice pass there by Antonio Anguizola, apologies. Got J.R. Norris on the right side. Orlando Rojas on the outside. Luis Lopez in the middle. And finally, number 2, your libero, Antonio Delgado. 1 point here for the Matadors to get us started off, 1-0. Good take by Primrose. Donisthorpe involved early. Poked back by Rojas. Easy recycle. Now Meyer throws a tip, taking Ventura out. Doug kept alive. Hubbard-Neal's going to set that one short. Norris swings, blocked and denied. Donisthorpe says, sir, this gate is not open, not this early. 1-1 apiece. Quick set to the outside. Rojas dug by Jackman, kept alive by Meyer, and Jackman's going to give this one some more legs to see another rally. Rojas, big swing. That one goes long, and that right there is the importance of keeping that ball alive. Heads up play by Jackman. Great track down by Meyer. Give themselves another chance. See the error made by the Matadors. Float serve from Donisthorpe. Anguizola loses the handle a little bit. And an aggressive swing from Norris, blocked back, and we call that the back-to-back. Float serve from Donisthorpe. Knock, knock. Nobody's home. Zone 1 ready for the pickings. Exposure wasting no time. 4-1 on the lead here. Float serve from Donisthorpe taken by Rojas into the middle. And that barely finds the back line. Nice deep swing there from Never 7. Deep breath from Norris. Goes off speed here. Slade takes first ball. Jackman gets up, but so does the block. There's a reason he was an all-star. Number 8, Christian Ventura gets it done. Primrose continues the serving run, goes off speed. Primrose reads it. Jackman, dug by Matadors. Another opportunity, Rojas. Norris covers, another opportunity. Swings deep, gets Tyler Hubbard-Neal. Rojas doing a nice job. He's someone they've relied on as a role player all season long, and with the absence of Cesar Medina here, one of the normal names you're used to hearing, it's a next man up opportunity. Matadors has not been afraid to use a variety of names and bench players, and it's going to pay off for them hopefully here today. Leading now 6-5 off the back of a serving run of Norris. He leaves that one short, but you've got to be excited with how that run goes. Worth noting they've got him slotted into the right side spot, but he's also been taking some middle swings, so they'll be using him as much as possible in as many positions as possible. Ooh, Rojas, number 5, finds that one on the 10-foot line. He doesn't need any time to wake up. He is all here and all business. Spinner from Rojas. That one goes long. Slade with a jumper. Handled well by Rojas. Dump picked up by Meyer. Villafane backside. And there's a use off the block. Sam Jackman, number 7. Exposure leads 8-7. Rojas with an overpass. Bick recycled. Slade covers. A little bit of discussion about ball 2. And Jackman with a roll shot to put that one in. Anguizzola goes for the tip jam. Instead, he just finds the business end of Donisthorpe and Jackman. Double block for Exposure with a 2-point lead now. Slade off the tape. Rojas battles with it. This is a single option set, and that option is just a free ball back over. Meyer with 1. Jackman, the right side, waking up early. Yesterday, very effective from the front row, but struggled a little bit to find his rhythm in the back row. Wasting no time here today. Diego Villafane running a great offense to get the boys started. Slade continues the service pressure, and that's going to be called for over. A double block of Hubbard-Neal and Donisthorpe reaching and getting a little too aggressive for their own liking. Martin Patrice with the patented short float, targeting Hubbard-Neal. But Donisthorpe gets active early. Yesterday I was a little critical of this. I wanted to see Exposure using that a little bit more. We've seen so much success. Zach Meyer, obviously an all-star, as we saw last night in that amazing all-star match. Jackman's been stellar this season from the right side, but that middle presence has been lacking from this team, and Donisthorpe might be that answer. Rojas, good controlled swing. Ventura doing a nice job there, finding that back row opportunity, creating some space between that block that's been finding a lot of success early from Exposure. Love to see the problem solving. Primrose airs it out. Backside, Jackman goes for high hands, but a little too high on that shot selection. That hybrid comes back once again, but handled well by Meyer. Hubbard-Neal on that second tempo ball. Donisthorpe doing a fantastic job getting a pop out of the middle blocker of Lopez. Well done there. Good pass by Anguizzola. Quick middle set, covered up. Anguizzola gets another swing. That one goes into the corner, really working that line. The young number 16 getting it to work for him. Smartly using the entire hypotenuse there, going into the corner. A lot of room for that ball to work with. Delgado with a beautiful cover mid-rally. Meyer keeping it business casual. Norris pops it up. Discussions about who's taking two. Chaos ensues. Opportunity for Matadors. Rojas takes that opportunity to the scoreboard. 12-12 tied up. Right now, Exposure periodically getting caught in a bit of chaos. And while they're finding ways to get the ball over the net, certainly not in any capacity that they would choose. Anguizzola with an extra bit of spice. If you can ace Primrose, you can put that one on your storybook frame at home. What a serve. Add that accolade. It's a very, very rare one to see. Anguizzola again. Another great serve. Jackman swinging down the line. Yesterday, he was swinging all line against the Ramblers, and that double block was set up waiting for him. I'd like to see him work that angle a little bit more. Hard to tell from up here if that set's going to let him work that way, but definitely some room for him. But a great kill there all the same. A beautiful push one. Luis Lopez coming around. Number 17. Little push route there from Ventura as he's coming around. Give him some space, create a little bit of movement, challenge the disciplined blocking moves on the side of Slade from Exposure. Ooh, just wide. Luis Lopez, that's two missed serves, but both of them just narrowly missing the court, less than a foot on both of those. He's feeling it. He wants to see if he can get that running. 14's apiece. Race to 16 for that technical timeout. Villafane. Pass by Rojas, overpass by Rojas. What a cover and a pickup. Now J.R. Norris is dug down the line. Slade's going to just keep that one alive. No swing there from Villafane. Airs it out for Anguizzola to take a free ball. Backside, Norris offset. Ventura loses the handle on that. Delgado is a man on a mission. Number 2 in yellow, all over the coverage today. A phenomenal read to get underneath that ball. Villafane loses that. Definitely catches about three fingers on that serve, hoping for a little bit more. A lot of the guys on this court using that hybrid serve, both setters especially. That hybrid, you see a normal top spin serve toss, and then they go to a float. And it's one of those things that you can also hit your top spin serve out of it, get a variety of different trajectories on the ball. It can be very difficult to pass if done properly. Meyer. Little 1-2-3 for him. Gets that first pass set back to him. And there it is. Nice swing off the right side. 16-15 lead here for Exposure. We've got the technical timeout. We're going to take a quick breather, and we'll be right back. neither of these teams has created any meaningful separation yet. 16-15 is the lead here for Exposure. Anguizola, good pass. Rojas gets around him, but doesn't get around that block. Jackman, Slade, sitting, waiting all over that ball. A little court upkeep here. Anguizola coming all the way across from 6 into a short 4 to pass that ball. Rojas kind of had to get around him there, got everyone all jammed up, and that's where you really credit Meyer. Good service location. Doesn't always have to be super hard, but you can get a traffic jam started all by yourself. Looking like you're driving on the 5 on a Thursday afternoon. Sends that one long. Tagging our ball sponsor there, Micasa's banner in the corner. Zach Meyer, someone always willing to hit 130% on his serve. Primrose with a good ball. Slade gets found and dug by Norris. Norris is going to swing out of the system here. Primrose tracks it down out of the court. Inside for Hubbard Neal and beats the block of Patrice. Heads up play. Diego Villafane leaving that one inside. Hubbard Neal working with his feet first to get the arm there. And Matadors blew right past him with that block. Slade a little late to get his feet to that ball. He's underneath of it. Launches it out the back. And that's going to mean that Patrice serving with a 1-point deficit. Short as always. Hubbard Neal reaching, but reaching even higher. Luis Lopez, since his addition in event number 3, he has been a spark plug for this team, playing middle and right side, much like Norris. He just gets a lot of work done. And now Cesar Medina, who's been getting warmed up on the sideline, coming in as a serving sub for Martin Patrice. At 18s apiece, trying to figure out exactly how this is going to work. If they're just using him for one rotation or if they might be trying to hold on to him a little bit longer. Hubbard Neal rolls into the corner, but Rojas gets caught a little bit shallower than he might want to. They're going to undo that sub with Cesar Medina. Maybe trying to just get him warmed up a little bit for set number 2, see if they're going to use him there, but we'll have to keep our eye on that one. 19-18 here, Sam Jackman to serve. And leaves that one short. That's 3 service errors in the row for Exposure. First with Meyer, then Slade, now Jackman. Primrose overpass. Anguizola swings. Dug by Primrose, still on the ground. And Hubbard Neal now with a lucky tape bounce to get that one to go. Donisthorpe takes one on the overpass. Meyer comes out of the back row. Dug kept alive, but into the net. Anguizola, that one sits in the bottom of the tape. He tries to pull it out. And that's virtually impossible not to net coming out of the net with that one. But good call by our R2. Delgado with a good pass. Norris swinging high hands, tooling the block of Diego Villafane. 2020. Well, if you wanted one of these teams to earn their bid into the playoffs, we're seeing it here. 2020, no one opening up a lead more than 3 points. Well, I guess we had that 4-point lead at 5-1 to start it, but Matadors rung it back in immediately. Good pass by Primrose. Jackman on the D-ball. There's the angle. Love to see that connection improve today. Jackman's been a major offensive contributor. And now number 8, Logan Riding, coming in as a serving substitution for Donisthorpe. Coach Kyle Steele seeing if he's able to get maybe even one real point. That serve goes in. Love the aggression. Norris on the backside, block touch. That goes in and finds it. Alvin Otley eyes locked in on the prize. Our line judge not missing that one. And right there, that's a coaching point. That's a heads-up play by Kyle Steele, getting Logan Riding in there, truncating the missed serves, making the errors, giving them a 2-point buffer here. 22-20, a 1-minute timeout for them to all think about it. We'll be right back. Coming right back into the action here. Anguizola's covering that ball. We are mid-rally. Rojas tips, jams, but a net. Rojas on the follow-through at 23-20 with no real viable options on the outside as substitution choices. Just means there's no real personnel adjustments here that we're going to see for the side of the Matadors. The only option, a timeout. Well, we were back late from the other one. We're going to stay here for this one. Just talk a little bit more about the game state and where we're at. Again, the win is important, of course. Matadors must win if they're going to get this bid into the playoff contention in event number 6. But most importantly, they've got to find a way to win this now. And if they drop set number 1, that means they've got to go 3 straight sets. We've seen this before for teams like LA Blaze where, you know, there's a certain threshold at which you can't, it doesn't matter if you win the match, you don't win the tiebreakers. And if they drop this set and then set number 2, the match no longer matters. Southern Exposure, punch your ticket. You're coming back to Long Beach City. We're going to see you at event number 6. So all eyes, all pressure. They've got to turn it around right now. Anguizola with a good pass. Backside, Lopez, blocked, covers himself. Ventura sets him again. A knuckle cover there from Rojas. Now a swung into the angle by Rojas. Much needed side out. Matadors playing some of that scrappy defense that we've become so accustomed to seeing. A lot of discussions. Luis Lopez has barely missed his last 2 serves. They've been aggressive deep, aggressive on that left sideline. See if he can find something here, and he does. Gets a good result as well. And there it is. The service pressure paying off. Luis Lopez is rewarded for the perseverance right there. Continues to work, find his rhythm. See if he can get one more and bring Matadors back. 23's even. Another good ball. Hubbard Neal puts that one high on the 10. Meyer block touch. Slade throws it down, recycled and handled by Patrice. And now a set over the net. Diego Villafane loses the handle on that one. A discussion right now at 23 apiece. Exposure debating if they want to just go for a challenge on a net or on touch or something just to see if they get lucky, but ultimately decide to shut that down. Now 23 apiece on the back of Luis Lopez's serving run. And leaves that one short. He's the hero to get them to 23s, but you know he's feeling that miss right there. Villafane, this set is in your hands right now. Villafane just keeps that one in. A little bit of out of system, and Norris is the option. Swings down the line. Meyer tries to track it down under the net, but loses the handle. J.R. Norris coming in clutch, 24 apiece. Big toss. Untimely miss. Exposure catches a lucky break. Norris has been one of the best servers in the NCAA. Just graduated, and he's brought that here to the NVA immediately. Backside Norris, no blockers, dug out by Meyer. Primrose takes two. Hubbard Neal swinging off high hands, dug by Anguzola in the corner. He wants the pick. He finds the kill. A swing into the corner and tied at 25. Wow, the confidence there to find that swing, impeccable. And now we see that patented Matt Prosser substitution. We've pulled the setter off the court, no setter at all. We're going with as much blocking size as we can get. That means Isaac Leva coming into the front row. So you're going to see Antonio Delgado likely, the libero, taking second ball. But they're just going to live in the moment. And that's back row. That's all that matters. Put the big boys front row. Play for the block first. Anybody at this level can air a ball out to the pin. Isaac, Antonio, either one's happy to swing, so that doesn't matter. Just slow the ball down, and it works brilliantly. Matadors coaching side working hard to find a way back in. Now with 26-25 lead, we've got a timeout on the side of Southern Exposure. We're going to take a 45-second breather and come right back for the exciting conclusion of set number 1. (26-25), number 5, Orlando Rojas. Big serve. Perfect pass from Hubbard Neal. Jackman, that one goes a little bit behind him. Dug by Norris. Leva decides he's going to take the ball without a setter on the court. And a swing down the line. Anguzola. Matadors steal the set in a critical moment and a critical comeback. They find the win in set number 1. We'll be right back. There was a lot of pauses there with the timeout usage from both teams. Little stop and go, but plenty more action coming your way. We'll be right back. Well, a massive come-from-behind win there in the first set, 27-25. Matadors are able to scrap it together. They were down 23-20. Luis Lopez had been struggling all set long, barely missing his serve, puts together a beautiful string, brings them back to 23 apiece. It ends with a miss, but the boys were ready to scrap. Not to mention the beautiful substitution at the end of the match, bringing Isaac Leva off the bench and pulling setter Christian Ventura. No setter on the court when they won the set number one. They were just looking for as much size as possible. Worked brilliantly. Back into the action here on set number two. And there it is, Colin Donisthorpe. This is exactly how we started set number one, but didn't hear much more from him throughout it. I really want to see Exposure really just hold the middles accountable for Matadors. Use Donisthorpe. He's a big guy, coming in at 6'8", 6'9". Get him attacking, get him swinging. Anguizzola with a good first pass. Cut back from Lopez, shut down by Donisthorpe. It's the name we're saying time and again, but I want to say it more on the offensive side. Both teams were +5 at the end of set number one. 15 kills for the Matadors, 10 for Exposure. 4 blocks for Exposure, only 2 for the Matadors. And a big swing down that line for Anguizzola. He's been attacking it well all day. Taking a quick look at serving. Exposure, 4 errors, 1 ace. Matadors, 6 errors, 2 aces. Both teams passing similarly at a acceptable 30% for Exposure, 38% for Matadors. But they'll look to clean that up if they can. Nice serve from Anguizzola. Donisthorpe, there he is once again. He's an obvious answer. I hate being the guy saying it over and over from up top, but give the people what they want. Number 17 is the answer in the middle. And if you got Primrose locking down the service line, or the serve receive line, you might as well. Good float from Meyer. Hasn't been able to find that jump serve this morning. One-handed high five the ball from Primrose. Hubbard Neal with a recycle. That one goes over. Donisthorpe loses the handle on that one. Heads up play from Hubbard Neal. Something that these high-level players will look for is setting that ball into the block for a little recycle. Just got to execute on that next part of the play, and that's the coverage. Lopez, spinner down the line. Jackman, dug by Lopez. Norris to the outside. Rojas high hands. Nobody there to turn and burn and track it down in the corner. Nice kill for number 5. Lopez hammering once again. Nice pass from Primrose. There it is to Donisthorpe in the middle. Double block committing on him. Norris has to get there with a tip, but Primrose, heroic move. And now Jackman loses the handle. Primrose, one of the best liberos in the NVA right now. A dig leader, an American Conference All-Star, and a first-year competitor in the league. He's been a massive part of this Exposure team this season. You can see why right there. Great pass. Jackman gets another opportunity and rights the ship right away. A lot of faith. Villafane knows Jackman's going to be his guy helping get this team a win here in set number 2 if they're going to make it happen. Keep him involved early. Keep him involved regularly. That's going to be kill number 5 for Jackman, swinging at an impressive 63% clip. Rojas takes one. Patrice tips over the top, and Donisthorpe, show us those hands, kid. Hubbard Neal, blocked back. Slade tips it over. Chaos ensues. Matador's going to try to send this one. They do. Send it deep, in fact. Backside to Jackman. One-on-one, and there it is. Exposed on the right side. Sam Jackman continues to be a workhorse. So many little dynamics work well for Exposure. Zach Meyer is an absolute workhorse, making sure balls get tracked down early. He saw Ventura going to the corner, makes sure that one comes up, just like that ball there, and embrace the chaos. A little bit of confusion if that was inside or outside of the antenna. Our line judge saw over the antenna. Our head official overruled, saying that it in fact did not clear over the top. Tough call either way, but Matadors, doesn't matter. You play the whistle, and they got the point. Big toss. Norris attacking Hubbard Neal on the service line. Set outside. Huge dig, Delgado. Rojas rolls, and Primrose getting down and dirty. Now Hubbard Neal into the corner, red like a book. And Anguizzola once again, this time with no success on that big route. I think Primrose took an unfriendly dive there, maybe caught himself a little bit. He's going to need a breather and walk himself off there. Might have knocked the wind out of himself a little bit. Double thumbs up, all good, just needed a little breather. He is flying around the court, protecting from that roll shot defense. Jackman wide. Matadors are a lot of undersized hitters and rely on a lot of that crafty out-of-system play, chiseling off blocks, tipping and rolling over the top, and that means that you got to have some extra gas in the tank to make some of those moves like Primrose is right now. Good pass, good swing. Tyler Hubbard Neal pulled out of the match yesterday because of cramping. You can see some tape on his left calf there today. His calf, you could see it from the sideline. It was completely loaded and fully just cinched up. He was really struggling to keep it moving, and great to see him in good form today and back in. He's been a longtime veteran and one of the only returners alongside John Andrews this season. John Andrews not here for this event, but those two comprise the only returners on an entire roster rebuild for a team now looking to make a playoff run. Hubbard Neal passes on one. Meyer, I talked earlier about that two-handed take. A little bit of discussion right now if that hit the antenna. I thought it hit the net. So I saw the antenna moving, but I thought it was coming through the net and causing the equipment to move, but a challenge is going to be used here on the side of the Matadors all the same. As always, we take this opportunity to explain our challenge system. That means that both these teams get 3 challenges during the first set, and they get to use them throughout the first 4. If you get your challenge correct and overturn a call, then you keep your challenge. If you get it wrong, you lose it. So this right now is the first challenge of the match. We'll see if Matadors are able to get it right. If and when you arrive at set number 5, you have only 1 challenge. So that one did, in fact, go through the antenna. That's going to be a successful challenge, leaving them at 3 challenges still in the bank. Great heads-up play. Coaches can have great heads-up plays, too. I'd like to be very clear to our fans at home. You got to be locked in, ready to go. Set to Slade, there he is. I really like that push one, creating that little distance there. There's a double commit coming in from Matadors trying to help out with a front row setter. That means they can react backside to the D ball on Jackman. So they've got 2 blockers following the middles, and going to that push one really creates a little bit more space. Anguizzola, though, having an absolute stellar performance. The former OC stunner looking for a little bit more court time, trying to kind of grow his game. He's one of the youngest players in the league, hailing from Panama, and started the season initially for one event with Puerto Rico Python, saw that he might not get some looks there, and helped out this Matadors team. He's been a huge part of this squad. Touch on Anguizzola as he was going to the left. They barely caught him. He knows he got it. Trying to sell that one all the way. The team waiting for him to tell him, and he nods his head with a smile. He knows he got it. 9's apiece. Villafane targets Anguizzola. Roll over the top. Villafane keeps it alive. Donis Thorpe, unfortunately, it was in his blind side the entire time. Every time he turned, ball was just not in that 160-degree field of vision. Something I am very surprised by, and I've been keeping an eye on, is how much Primrose is getting targeted. He received 9 serves in the first set, but passed it only at 22%. So they're hitting him a lot, and they're hitting him with pace. So it'll be interesting to see. This is normally a pretty bold strategy to serve any libero, much less one of the best in the league. They're seeing some results, but they need to be willing to adjust away from this strategy if it stops working and yielding a good rate of return. But for now, strategy seems to be working. Meyer floats. Anguizzola continues to be locked in, and so does Lopez. Burns that one past the wrist of Donisthorpe. Hubbard-Neal loses the handle. Luis Lopez, his serving run has been a story of fables here. Just battling with himself to get it dialed in. Became the hero there in set number 1 to get them locked up at 23s. Now he gets the overpass. That's why certain guys, they really work hard to develop that trust with their team, with their coaching staff, to know that they're going to keep going for it and find their way in. Another great serve. Tight pass, good ball. Jackman swings deep, covered up by Meyer. Jackman gets another chance. No one home for that one. Get me once, my boys got me covered, but you won't get me twice. Donisthorpe to float. Oh, it starts to roll the tape and doesn't go. You got to pay for that one. J.R. Norris. Good pass by Meyer. Slade blocked back. Patrice. 3-point lead means a time for a timeout. Quick breather here. Exposure's going to stop the bleeding. They've got to plug the holes before this ship starts to sink. We'll be right back. Back into the action. Exposure with the task of a massively needed side out here from the reception of Norris. I like that timeout. See if they can ice him, because he can cause some problems. There it is. Coach Kyle Steele gets the coaching point. Both these coaches, you know, it's hard to really sometimes feel the impact from the outside, what the coaches are doing, what the coaches are saying, but we're just seeing brilliant moves time and time again from both sides. A good sense of the game state, well managed by both of them. Backside, Norris, dug down the line, and an opportunity for Jackman down the line. Say it with your chest, Anguizzola. Now Meyer throwing chicken wings like it's time to have some Sunday lunch off the face of Primrose. Patrice sends that back with a lot of pace. Everyone putting body on the line. Chicken wings, chest digs, face shots. That rally had it all. 15-12, bookmark that one. Rojas, good pass by Meyer. Jackman, no one up, but there's the dig. Anguizzola puts that one tight. 50-50 joust coming in on the side of the Matadors. Anguizzola gets another one. Recycled. Patrice. Anguizzola. Primrose is putting his body on the line. Southern Exposure boys are saying that they did, in fact, not net. They're going to challenge that. So if this is overturned, the end result is actually going to be a replay. It's one of those few points that, you know, it doesn't just yield a point on the return. Getting a look over here on the production side. Going to run our own replay. I'm not seeing one. And this must have been a micro touch on the net, if anything. I don't know. I don't see it. My producer, my partner in crime, and the man running the show just off camera, Josh Nels, not seeing it either. But we don't have all the different angles that our officiating crew is going to take a look at here. Head official that runs our reffing crew, Mike Mon, is the one up top that looks at all of these angles, does the final review, and he's got an in-ear system. Call is, in fact, confirmed. That's why these refs make the money. Caught it on the way down. Well, when you net and it gets confirmed like that, you know, it just speaks to how small of a contact that was. A little bit of a change here. They're going to bring Jackman off. Logan Riding onto the right side. This isn't something we haven't seen much of before. Hubbard Neal putting an extra bit on that one. Delgado in a good spot. Just too much heat to handle. Maybe he needs to take some notes from Primrose that if you just use your chest, then you have a better platform and chance to dig that ball. A spin from Hubbard Neal. Cuddy. Primrose the easy dig. Meyer gets the touch off the block. All right, we're getting a little heated here. Our nice floor mic picking up some awesome the drama. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Give me one moment here, and I'll get you some more information on exactly what's unfolding. Across the net, they were looking for Diego Villafane in the net. But what it actually was is as Antonio Anguizzola landed, he hit the pad and the equipment on the pole, which caused a small little bit of a net bounce. Our camera showed that very clearly on 2 different angles. So he was outside the equipment so that he didn't net there, not that it mattered. The point was concluded by Exposure winning it. So that will be the call as it stands. That means Matadors now down to 2 challenges as they lose that one. And Hubbard Neal just long. Float from Patrice. Slade tips and throws that one down, kept alive. Rojas free balls it back, another opportunity here. A jam into the corner. Martin Patrice throwing the hand, causing the chaos. Had Matt Buffum up here all night last night, preaching for the brand. Watch the middles play some defense. Well, Matt, what do you think about that one right there? I'd be curious to hear. My friend is about to hop onto a plane. He did as of 10 minutes ago, heading back to the beautiful tri-state area. Well, both these teams definitely willing to put body and limb on the line, trying to keep some of these rallies alive, and it's exciting volleyball to get our day started. Whoever wins this is going to be facing the Ramblers in the first round in 3 weeks' time. Great pass. Anguizzola through the double block. Tight ball. Villafane nets on the way down. Ball was just too tight there from Meyer. Nothing there for Diego to do with that one. In those out-of-system balls, some hitters really like them tight to see if they can just use hands, give them some options, but there's definitely a line that you're crossing where it's just unobtainable. Ventura with a little bit of that hybrid once again. Meyer the only option. Triple block, covered, recycled. Primrose to Meyer. From 10 feet off, a roll shot picked up by Rojas. This one's tight and aiming for hands. That ball catches our up ref. He's looking for a touch, but Lopez didn't find it. I was pretty dead on with that one. That was an impressive swing. I don't know that I've ever seen a right side hit it across and hit the up ref. That's about as straight across as it goes. And there it is, Donis Thorpe once again getting involved in the middle. But I refer to my earlier statements. You start the set saying his name quite a bit, and then we've gone 28 points without talking much about him after a kill, a block, and all sorts of other goodies. Rojas, beautiful pass. Norris tips from the outside, picked up by Villafane. Hubbard Neal steps in for 2. Rojas taking 2. Antonio Anguizzola step close to get around that. Block back and a recycle. Norris now from the outside, almost gets hit out of bounds. But he's able to dodge duck tip dive and dodge his way out of town to get the point. 2-point lead here, Matadors closing in on the back half of this set. Important point here. If this goes the way of the Matadors, expect to see a timeout from Exposure, but a much-needed side-out opportunity. Anguizzola gets a piece of it. To Donis Thorpe, set is low. Opportunity for Matadors. Outside, riding, wide, looking for a touch, doesn't find it, and Coach Kyle Steele up out of the seat. (20-17). No timeout called. He's going to let the boys ride. I'd like to see one here install this, especially with Antonio Anguizzola on the service line. He's been hitting with a lot of pace just like that. Slow him down. Use your timeouts. Meyer, what a crafty demon you are. Going to zone 1 with an off speed. Catches everyone on their heels. He struggled to get the machine rolling a bit yesterday. turned it on in the All-Star match, and he's finding it here today. Quick short float. Backside Norris rolls over the top. That one is wide. No touch by Hubbard Neal. Trying to get crafty with it. 19-20. Exposure hanging around. They're going to see if they can maybe get that same three-point come from behind victory. Float serve from Meyer. He wants to see the rally played out. Anguizzola with the cover. Tight ball. Tip jam covered by Hubbard Neal. Logan Riding with a free ball picked up by Anguizzola. Norris high, deep, wide, no chance, no touch. 20-20. Here we are. Coming in at an even game state, as good as it gets. This is why you see Zach Meyer hitting a relatively easy serve. He knows if they get a chance to play the rally, Matadors might make some mistakes. Out to Rojas, good touch. Hubbard Neal, oh no, Primrose thought he was on the sideline and that one just dies. Great solo block from Norris. 21-20. Luis Lopez, same time, same place. Last match he had to overcome a three-point deficit. Now an opportunity to extend a lead. Logan Riding, say it with your chest, buddy. Huge swing from the right side. May not be a natural right sider, but doing a great job there. Stepping in, giving Jackman's legs a little breather. And now we're going to see Connor Hanks, number 4, replacing Donis Thorpe. Did a brilliant job in this role yesterday. He's going to see if he's able to just find one real point right now. If Exposure can open up 1-point lead, they're going to feel a lot better as they continue to attack the Matadors defense. Good serve by Hanks, but a better pass by Anguizzola. Rojas in a one-on-one opportunity with Martin Patrice pulling Slade in the middle. Serving sub undone. I want to see a timeout called right now. 22-21, Norris on the service line. I want him to think about this. And we see that serving, or the setting sub, no setter now on the court for the Matadors. I would love to see, again, this timeout come through. Make Norris think before he even gets a chance. You don't want to see him warm up with one serve. Big toss. Out of system. This is as bad as it gets. Hubbard Neal's got to fix into a triple, and he gets blocked. Kyle Steele going to talk to the boys, take the timeout. 1 point too late. We'll be right back. Norris to the 2-point buffer now. He gets the green light. Riding. Double block. Another chance for Exposure. Hubbard Neal rights the ship. After getting triple blocked, now he gets the one-on-one opportunity against Leva, scores the point. And now Logan Riding is going to head back to the service line. Good pass by Rojas, but it's going to be tight. Oh my goodness, the fix from number 8. Throws that down, sneaks it through the block. There might have been hands, but they weren't there for him. That's why he was an American Conference All-Star. Conversation, that's going to get challenged. Otherwise, that's going to be the set. This is a great challenge. You have to do it. (25-22). Call confirmed. I got a chance to see it myself. That hits the outside of the line. Ball compression as it hit the floor. Definitely on the line, and that's going to do it. Matadors, 2-point lead. They've done what they need to put themselves in a position to win, but definitely not in a commanding lead. As long as exposure can kind of stay on the up and up and emotionally here, they have a chance. They've just got to win three straight and get the reverse sweep, but Matadors up to the task. We'll be right back for set number 3. Well, this could be the most important set remaining of the weekend. A win here for the Matadors punches that fabled ticket to event number 6. Anguizzola on the backside, hammers that one home. He has been living on that line all day long. Antonio Anguizzola, that's going to be kill number 5 for him. Currently have a very spread offense. 5 kills for him. That's 6 kills for him, 4 for Lopez, 6 for Norris, 9 for Orlando Rojas. One-handed fix. Meyer sends it, rolls it on the tape. Sam Jackman and Donis Thorpe get it done. Send that to row 2. Hubbard Neal replaced here on the side for Logan Riding. And they brought Sam Jackman back to the court. Meyer keeps that float alive. Villafane digs. Jackman helps it. And Meyer's going to take the right side out on that one. Good dig by Primrose. Kept alive. Donis Thorpe battles with it. Out of system is where exposure lives. Sam Jackman basically just one hand hitting that back into the middle of the court. Donis Thorpe attacking a 2-ball, using every inch of that height right there. And a push. Donis Thorpe gets the block. And that one is lit up. Luis Lopez continues just unloading on the ball. For every dig Matt Primrose is getting, he's getting 2 more balls slammed right back at him. He is earning his paycheck today. Good pass by Primrose. There's another set to the middle. Dug up by the coach for the Matadors. Coach Farhid Zarif, one of the top liberos to ever play the game, played for Iran. Donis Thorpe tries to find a dig off the shoulder. No dice. Float from Norris. Taken by Riding to Slade. Dug and punched, kept alive. Meyer gives it some more legs. Slade gets another set. Delgado finds a dig. Rojas rolls over the top, taken by Primrose. Primrose is feeling it just time after time. He's getting digs after laying out, and undisciplined block moves means that it's just cut short. Trying to keep the vibes high. Norris shuts down the jump serve, goes to a float, and gets Slade. Ventura to Patrice on 2. They did not miss a beat. One of those rarely seen plays, but man, what a heads-up one from that duo of number 8 and number 15. Norris with the float. Delgado outside. Double block. Jackman, Slade getting it done. Matadors feels like their energy is just electric regardless of the point outcome. If they can just keep the team moving forward, right now a lot of pressure on exposure, and they're battling with their emotions. For every error made, the team is kind of imploding a bit, it feels like. Orlando Rojas into the 10-point kill stat column there. First one in double digits on this match. And now with an ace to back it up. Number 5 is the hot hand. For a team with some of the most undersized outsides between Rojas and Medina, they sure bring the firepower. Another big serve from Rojas. The only option is Jackman. Dug by Norris. That one dies almost on the net, but handled well. Ventura out to Anguizzola. Nobody blocking. Dug by Meyer. And now Riding takes the swing, misses the line. 8-4. Matadors are opening a lead. And if you're a fan of the Bulls, they might be heading to event number 6, knocking Exposure out. Meyer with a good pass and a dump. Villafane just wants to take that one on his own. (5-8). Riding with some pressure. Anguizzola catches Slade late on the block, hammers that one through. He just moved the hands of the block. That ball was down on the ground before Anguizzola was. Short float, as short as it gets. But Zach Meyer fixes. That ball was barely above the tape when it got to the pin. Puts that one back into zone 5 for a great cross-court corner kill. Well, that's some alliteration I wasn't planning on saying. Slade gets a friendly tape bounce. Norris on the backside. Swing is long, no touch. Meyer a little late on the reaction, willing to give up that line. Even with Slade there and no libero, pressure on Norris to attack the line. And that also means that on that line swing, you lose some of that length to hit deep into the court. Wow, Slade gets rewarded for a little out of system. He takes 2, and Meyer rolls off speed. Easy dig for the Matadors, and now Rojas swinging out of the back row, dug by Jackman. Meyer continues to work. Is this one going to go down? It is indeed. Zach Meyer just continues to be a workhorse there. Swing after swing after swing. Slade, that jump serve, got away from him, and he went to just make some contact. Went to a float serve. Swing is wide. Exposure just like that when it felt like all hope might be lost. The boys put on their helmets, their big boy pants, and they battle back from 4 down to 9-9. Slade continues his serving run. A tip over, picked up by Jackman. Opportunity for Meyer. Opportunity means success for number 14, triple block, no problem. 6 hands there just to wave high as he hits the ball right past. Shout out to Sam Jackman, number 7, a couple digs here in a row, laying out, giving some of those balls another chance as Exposure now in the lead, 10-9. I wouldn't believe you if you told me that's how the next 5 points were going to go based on the current game state, but Exposure answer back. Cesar Medina coming in for the 2nd time this match. Started off just as a serving sub, now replacing Anguizzola, who's been untouchable, it feels like, but just trying a different look, slow the game down. Sometimes even that substitution just throws off Slade a little bit maybe, but giving them the serving run they need. Outside, Meyer manages, Medina digs off blocker. Tipped, recycled, another opportunity. Tipped, recycled, another opportunity. Lopez, that's all it takes, swinging from the right side. Matador is here to play the long point. Short float. Jackman attacks that angle. He's definitely got the mismatch with Cesar Medina there as the only blocker in front of him. He's got free reign, and he's got the Matadors back row in all sorts of chaos. 11 apiece. Villafane, good ball. Tip over the top. Jackman reaching, but just too much visibility there from Rojas. Just over the tippy top. Medina getting the arm warm, just a nice controlled serve. Donisthorpe getting used here, gets the kill. It's one of the first times he's been set before 6 points and after a 2020. Want to see him getting used more. Rojas targeted with a float serve. He's the only option, but it doesn't matter. He's here to swing himself out. There's a reason he's got 12 points scored offensively so far. Matadors back on top, 13-12. With Luis Lopez, someone that's been doing great work for them so far on the service line. Riding with a nice pass. Donisthorpe gets another opportunity, dug by Lopez. Probably going to be a free ball here from Norris. Donisthorpe takes first. Jackman gets second. There it is. Nice swing into the angle. Good identification from Villafane that he's got small blockers of Rojas and Medina going up against Jackman. The more you use Donisthorpe, the more the middle has to respect him as well. Hand pass from Medina. And Rojas off the left hand of Jackman. Norris floats. Slade just with a high point of contact, throwing that one down. Controlled redirects out of the middle, arguably more important than their ability to swing at times. Spin from Jackman. Wow, Ventura, the last time he was in that situation, he throws down the dump. This time, as a result, he pulls the double block, a one-handed push set there to Patrice. Nobody home. Patrice gets the point. 15-14. One more point here will take Matadors into the technical timeout with a 2-point lead. Logan Riding looking for hands, set, died by the time it got there. 16-14, technical timeout. One breather, and we'll bring this one right back. Rojas gives himself a high toss and gets rewarded immediately. Overpass. Medina off the hands of Slade. If you're not over the net low and tight, Cesar Medina just sees hands as targets. 17-14. At most, I expect Exposure to give this one more before they call another timeout, or maybe look for some other personnel to get something done. Good pass by Primrose. Jackman with an opportunity and misses it. That was just barely long. Honestly, might be worth the challenge just to see if you get it. Timeout called. Just long. 18-14. Matadors riding that high bit of energy. Exposure looking quite deflated. Is the team going to be able to lock it in? We'll have to see. We'll be right back. Ball is indeed out. Might be an early morning match, but the officials are doing a great job today. On top of it, they're seeing it all very well. No surprise there, though. We're lucky with the crews that we have here at the NVA. Mike Mon and all of the talent that he brings in, and that's an ace into the corner. Finds that one. Everyone determined to see just how thick that back line really is. A nice little spin serve there from Riding. 2-point deficit from Exposure. Riding goes after it again. Triple block, dug by Jackman. Medina's got to take that one. Hard angle. If you're Cesar Medina, if you've been watching him at all, you know one thing. There's always more angle. Makes me really question if Exposure did their homework. If you're blocking all the way out to the line on him, the only time he really tends to attack line is if he sees an undisciplined hand that he throws the ball off. Otherwise, expect him to just go angle, angle, more angle. That guy might be one of the shortest outsides in the league, but he's hit some of the sharpest 4-to-4 shots of any outside in the league. Martin Patrice. Meyer hammers that one home. I had the pleasure of being a teammate with Cesar Medina back on the OC Stunners back in 2019. And that was one of the things that he was so well known for, was just hitting those insane sharp angles. Hubbard Neal coming in here to replace Slade. Again, a little curious about this one. Slade might have missed his last serve in the net, but not after finding them a 3-point run. He's done 2 or 3 of those as well. But Hubbard Neal gets a good crack. There it is from Donisthorpe, covering that angle. Another opportunity, and still there's always more angle for the big cheese. Number 10, Cesar Medina. Good pass, opportunity for Meyer. A nice set there from Villafane. Medina with the bump set, but it's got to be a free ball. The look is to Meyer, a double block there, and once again, wheels and deals. He said, give me the ball. Time and time again, I don't care who's on the court, give me the ball. I'll get us through this. And continues to be a team leader. 20-19, Matadors with a 1-point lead, but they're going to take a moment to think about this And we'll think about how great this might be if Matadors get a 3-0 sweep. We'll be right back. Cesar Medina on the move. Big swing. Riding looks to make the move out of middle back, but 3 guys should be making it there before him. That's a good block touch to slow that ball down. And now Cesar Medina, someone that spent the first 4 events as the ace leader until being overtaken by Penrose. We'll see how warm that arm is. Earlier, he was just kind of finding serves into the court while he was coming off the bench. But he might be feeling it now, and with a 2-point buffer. He is indeed, gets the result. Jackman puts this one in system opportunity. Lopez battles off the hand of Jackman. 22-19. Timeout from exposure. Matadors feel good with room to run here. Medina on the line. This might be all she wrote. 3 more points in just 45 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Meyer uses his chest, overpass. Well, that was a bit of chaos. Setter pulled his hands. I think a net got caught on the overpass. We're having a little discussion here. I'll find out in a moment just exactly what's being debated. I couldn't quite see it. What I believe happened was a net coming through from Rojas. They're looking for a back row blocker from Villafane, but the net occurred first. Also, I think Villafane got below the height of the net. Back set to Norris. Touched. Meyer keeps it alive, pulling Riding off the net. A free ball. Buy the guys some time. Now a back row attack from Medina, dug by Primrose. Villafane clears the bench. Aggressive set means aggressive swing opportunity. An opportunity is where greatness is made. Number 8, Logan Riding. Float from Meyer. And a hard line swing from Rojas. Jackman swinging into the corner. That one's going down. Hanks leaves that one short. Ricky Olea going to get subbed in. Norris with an opportunity to send the Matadors to the playoffs. 24-22, here it is. And an ace! Ended in the most romantic way possible for the Matadors. 3 straight sets, 25-22. And with that, Southern Exposure and Matadors both finish with a 3-7 record. However, the next tiebreaker becomes overall points. And with that, the Matadors win 9 points to 8, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they had 6 prior. They go to 9 with that. And that punches a ticket and the right to play the Las Vegas Ramblers in the first round for event number 3. Exposure battled all season long, but unfortunately at the end of the day, the money is made in matches and situations like this. And it's a very, very fitting end to a Matadors team that started by taking down the Las Vegas Ramblers in a 5-set battle. Now they've found themselves in a position all season long. Every match, every set mattered. And when it mattered most, the boys in red and yellow were able to come out on top. We've got another match coming your way right after this. It's going to be the Utah Stingers, Philadelphia Founders at 12 noon. This one's a pride match. Founders already eliminated, currently sitting at 1-8. But Utah Stingers looking for a little bit of synchronization, see if they can fix some pieces. They are also already locked in at that 3rd place spot, guaranteed to play San Diego Wild in the first round at next event. Until then, we'll see you. I'm Nick England. We'll be back at noon Pacific Standard Time.